Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for the edge. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
Great job by the defense forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Makes the grab. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Using his legs, it's Walton. Inside the 35. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
Well, there's another outstanding run. You've been seeing that all season long. I think we all expected this guy to be really good as a true freshman. I don't know if anybody expected this. The fact that he's in the Heisman race as a true freshman, that's just ridiculous.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. They're the new #1 team in the country. What do they need to do to stay in that spot?
Well, and it's cool to see this team earn that, right? Like they haven't been #1. They had to go get it on the field, and now it's got to stay on the field, Jesse. One game at a time.
Headed to the end zone. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Bunch formation for these receivers. Quick give. It's Jordan. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockney's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and the next chapter unfolds today.
That sounds perfect. If my wife wanted to do it, it's the same thing I would do. Happy wife, happy life. It's always interesting to hear how these rivalry trophies come about, but I know one thing. USC, Notre Dame, every year, Palmer, is appointment television.
It is. My brother Billy played for Notre Dame, and I'll be honest, I used to get jealous watching him play against the Trojans, whether it was at Coliseum or whether it was at Notre Dame. This is one of the best rivalries in all of college football, and one that I wish I could have been a part of.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Breaks into the open. And he's dragged down. They'll mark it at the 19. Into the red zone. It'll be 1st down.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people get near him. Continue to hit this running back. Try to slow him down and cool him off.
Noses his way forward. Maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Number 1 with the grab and the score.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. Fielded in the end zone, it's Lockhart. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. Pick up the 1st down on the ground like that, and it would make Sam Bam Cunningham proud.
All right, I'm going to need a little education. Give me some context on Sam Bam Cunningham.
He was a great, powerful, hard-nosed running back for some of those great Trojan teams of John McKay. Looking for a man. It's Mayava. Oh, pressure's coming. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. There he goes. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Number 29 with the defensive score.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
That makes the score Notre Dame 21, USC 0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The run inside. It's Jordan. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down.
And a great job by the offensive line. If you're going to run the ball right up the middle, you better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get into space and make the big gain.
Right back to the well. He's got the 1st down. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a 1st down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a 1st down.
Well, they pick up the 1st down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten.
Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, the offense lucky to fall on that loose football. I don't know if it was luck or And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. And the Trojans can really attack on this second and short. Looking for space, it's Jordan. Hit and drop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Really nice job by this defense. First down was not successful. They get the second and short, and those are the downs where they can be really aggressive on offense and take advantage. So you kind of don't know how to play it, but they did a good job playing the run, protecting themselves against the pass, and now forcing a third down.
Swings it out to his running back. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and understanding third and short, understand they're going to throw the ball really quickly, try to make a play. The defense knew it, broke on the football, and made a nice tackle to force a fourth down.
Snapped on fourth down. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt.
Man, that is a big-time drop right there. Fourth down, opportunity to catch it, maybe get the first down. That is tough to swallow, but as a QB, I got to walk over to him and say, listen, dude, we're going to need you later on. I still believe it.
Turning it on. He's past the sticks. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. As we get a look at some stats, this is the best start they could have hoped for. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. They're going to ride this running back. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks, but how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Throwing, Carr. Nice move there. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. They're in the gun, third down. Here's Carr. Unloads it downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. The Irish send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Sends his first one of the day on the way, and we didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on one time. Here comes the USC offense to get this drive underway. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. Chip into this lead. Try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Wants to throw. It's Mayava. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. He will signal for the fair catch after a disastrous punt, and this is great news coming up for the offense. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for in a position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
And the old school toss play, huh? A little just toss to the right, get the running back on the run. A little bit more space, too, out wide where you can see, like, oh, where am I going to go? Where's the hole, as opposed to when you run right up the gut. So I like the mix-up. I like changing it up, tossing that fast guy and get him on the perimeter.
It's first down from the 11. Here's Carr to throw. Back's got it on the screen. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Walton. And he could not get loose on the run. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. Got him on the RPO. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. Touchdown, Irish! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
USC 0. Number 35, set to kick it off.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give on the counter. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. So many memorable and historic moments in this rivalry, guys. It's almost a century old now. First meeting in 1926.
When you think of all the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Luke Rockne, Eric Parseghian, John Robinson, Pete Carroll, a lot of national champions.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Sets his feet. It's Mayava. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Trojans use their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. And the Trojans will call on their punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. On the return. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. They'll try to add another to their lead. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board.
USC 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Barber. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Nice play to knock that one down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
Making the adjustment. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
And coming into this game, talking to coaches, man, they were worried about how fast this defense was, how physical it was. And so far throughout this game, man, it's shown up. Like the speed, the tackling, the eye discipline, they've done such a good job owning this football game early. And it's on the offense now. They've got to find some answers.
Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He now has 84 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
Man, and this guy has had a tremendous season. When you're getting mentioned for the Heisman Trophy as a true freshman running back, that is absolutely insane, and you've seen it all throughout the years. The big plays, the explosiveness, the speed. This guy has been unbelievable.
You know, this linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover, and you saw a great example of it with that running back.
He tries to take the top off. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away.
On to punt it away.
And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the Gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. Straight ahead, it's Miller. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. The Fighting Irish call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Notre Dame will now use its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And picking up the first down will be nice here, but also important, get some cushion for the punt team. To throw, it's Mayava. Looking for a big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Play action, C.J. Carr. Caught in the backfield, it's Mobley. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. He's going to let it go. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got room on the return. He's at the 50. The 30. He gets the pick, but not the pick six, as they're able to run him out of bounds and limit the damage to wrap up the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Fellas, welcome into the Week 13 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. So many seasons on the line. We start with Tulane taking on the number 10 team, the USF Bulls.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Nothing went right in that first half, and the first order of business here. Try not to be embarrassed any further.
But the comeback is possible. Remember 2006, Michigan State down 35 to Northwestern at halftime? They somehow came back and won the game. But it all starts on one play, and that has to happen here on this first drive for the offense.
Yeah, the first possession, because your possessions, you're only going to get so many possessions, and you got to score on every single one of them. Offense, defense, special teams have to play out of their mind, but they have to believe.
Back to pass, it's Mayava. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
Can they catch him? He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. On the ground, it's Walton. He has 89 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
Well, this guy's exceeded all expectations all season. We knew and we thought he would be talented. He'd leave a mark on the offense. I don't think anybody expected him to be in the Heisman race this late in the season as a true freshman. He is just special.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you first downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
From the gun, it's Walton. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative, and that's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
The running back has it. Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And they take it in for 6 more points. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that jeweled shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What touchdown. A game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the jeweled shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
Running inside, it's Miller. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. What a play to set him up.
Intercepted by Notre Dame. And they'll take over first and 10.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Flips it out to the back. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
Notre Dame 49, USC 0. Number 35, set to advance on the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
The Trojans will try to pin them back with the punt. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. They boot it away. Searching for space. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36.
Offense will take over first and 10.
They'll put it in play from the 36 for the first play of the drive. On the option. He'll toss it. Got some green grass. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
And playing the option, man, consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. The give on the counter. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Hits inside. It's Mobley. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Irish send out the punt unit. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the counter. Hard running there. There he goes. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
I know it hasn't been the type game statistically this running back was hoping to have up to this point. He's been getting shut down. Finally, he's able to break through for a big one. And sometimes, you know, it just takes one. It takes one run like that to get his confidence back, to get the offensive line's confidence back. Let's see what happens with this offense now moving forward.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. So the final period starts with a second down play.
Ready. Blue 22, blue 22. Go!
Quick give. It's Miller. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Trojans will snap it on 1st and 10.
Ready, go!
Give to the back. Sees a crease. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Keeps it himself. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Trojans send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
The kick is on its way. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. Here come the Irish, back on offense. So your defense has done yeoman's work. The idea, don't make any mistakes here. Take care of the ball and preserve this shutout. Looks as if he'll work his way forward and get it up to about the 11-yard line.
Bit of a risky call. You don't see a lot of receiver runs down at that area of the field because if there's any penetration up front, that could be a loss, that could be a fumble. You're worried about the quarterback-receiver exchange, but it pays off for him there, David.
Yeah, it's always a good call in hindsight when it works. And listen, objective when you're backed up right here on your own goal line, create some space. That gave you some more space now to be able to run your offense, not have your quarterback sitting there trying to throw the football from his own end zone.
I like the idea going toss to the field, but you got to have better blocking by your wide receivers out there on the perimeter. They didn't get it done, and as a result, that's a negative play.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. The run inside. It's Mobley. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on 3rd down, and they're looking at 4th and plenty of work to do. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here comes the Trojan offense ready to go on the attack. Well, this has pretty much been an evisceration, an old-fashioned stomping, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, this is one of those games where you're not necessarily throwing the playbook in the trash after this one, but I do think this coaching staff, David, really has to be honest with themselves and rethink what schemes are working and not working and which guys maybe need to get more touches in this offense.
Well, I think I like the trash option as well because it's been hot trash. This has been a bad day. Offense, defense, giving up a ton of points, not scoring near enough. So it's been a bad day you're going to want to forget.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wormley. He gets it to the 38-yard line, but this defense forces a 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. And he had just enough to will that one home. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it.
And you just sort of wonder if that's some kind of moral victory from the head coach. You're not going to get shut out in front of all of these eyeballs. We're just going to put 3 points up on the board. As a player, I used to absolutely hate that if I was on the losing team, because you're just trying to save face. I want to go down and try and score a touchdown. I know that the chances aren't great, but let me go out there and compete.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Didn't help themselves much on 1st down. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down from the 20. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. Backing up and backing up on the first 2 plays now to try to throw it in drive on 3rd down. After a hard-fought victory, the Fighting Irish of Notre Dame have won the right to take home